For this project, I'm going to be using oak, and what this is just from Home Depot. These boards are 1/2 inch thick by about 5.5 or 6 inches wide, and I got 4 of them, and I believe that they're all 2 feet long. Now, I got these for $2 a piece, so I think that's a pretty decent deal. They're just kind of scrap pieces at Home Depot that you'll find every once in a while, but any 1/2 inch wood will work. Now I'm going to start by squaring off the edges. So like I said, I'm going to start squaring off the edges, and the edges are square, but they have a lot of like rough patches on it, like stuff like this. So I just kind of want to take off about 1/4 of an inch on each side. Now what I'm going to be doing is making a cross cut at 10 inches. And you will need another one as well. And now what I'm doing is measuring 6 inches because I'm going to cut 2 6-inch pieces on my other piece of 1/2 inch thick oak. And now for the other 6-inch piece. Alright, so now you can kind of tell where the box is headed, and what I need to do now is make a top and a bottom for the box, as well as add the finger joints on the actual box. And today I'm going to add the finger joints. Alright, so here I just have a scrap piece of melamine, and I'd say it's about 15 inches long, and it's about 3/4 of an inch thick. All you really need is a piece of scrap wood that is generally straight, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clamp it onto my miter gauge at a perfect 90 degrees. So I'm just going to take a clamp and just tighten it on there real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through my 1/2 inch dado stack that I have set up. It's a 1/2 inch wide and a 1/2 inch tall. So I'm going to run it through there once, then I'm going to add the key to it, and then I'm going to run it through again. And this is basically setting up the jig so I can make 1/2 inch finger joints. Now if you're doing a 3/8 inch finger joints or something like that, then just set up your dado stack to 3 inches, 3/8 inches by 3/8 inches, and make the cut like that. But that's pretty much the general idea. Mine's 1/2 inch, so that's why I'm using all 1/2 inch pieces. Alright, so now that I have this cut out, I also have this 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch key, and it's about 2 inches long. It doesn't really matter for length, but what you want to do is slide it into the dado that you just made, and it's just slide in generally easy, but have a pretty tight fit overall. And you just want to put it in there a decent amount so it's sticking out at least to 3/4 of an inch, and basically glue this pin in here, and then we'll make another cut on the dado stack. Alright, so I have this pin in, and now if we move it up to the dado stack, I move my whole fence over 1/2 an inch to the blade. So I have my 1/2 inch pin, a 1/2 inch gap in between here, then the 1/2 inch that the dado is going to be taking off. So that's how you want to set it up. And now I'm going to run this through my my dado stack here, and I will have my perfect template all set up. So now this is all that you have to do, and we're ready to start making our finger joints. So I'm going to start by taking one of my 10-inch pieces, setting it down and pushing it completely to the key, And what this is going to do is space it out 1/2 inch, and I'm going to make my first rip. Now what I want to do is take it, move it over, and set it on, then just run it through again, and basically just keep doing that over and over. And now you can see I have these perfect finger joints, 1/2 inch spaced, and now I'm going to start working on my smaller piece. So when you get to the end, all you have to do is move it over on the pin, take the end that it's going to be connecting to, butt it completely up, then just run it through, and that makes a flawless joint. And now what you do is you just continue off from where you left, butt it up, and keep on going. Alright, so now I can take the two pieces, basically just kind of push them together, and you can see that it makes a very nice tight fit. So I just want to continue doing that for all 4 sides. Okay, so now basically what you do is you push all the finger joints together and all the corners, and as you can see they all come together pretty nicely. And obviously it's really loose right now, but once I glue all this and clamp it in, then I can just sand it and all that. And I think I'm going to end by gluing it in and pick it up on part 2 next week. But I'm going to glue all this and then let you guys go for this week, and then I will see you next week. And what I like to do when I'm gluing up something that has kind of a lot of complicated parts is just mark numbers where each corner meets. So I did 4 4, 3 3, 2 2, 1 1, and then that way when you take it apart you can easily match it back together. So I thought it might be easier if I got a few Q-tips, but I want to work generally quick and try to cover every piece. And now I'm going to attempt to clamp this some way. So I kind of threw a whole lot of clamps on here just to keep everything nice and tight, and next week I'll take it all apart, sand it off, add a top and bottom, and probably add something on the inside like felt or something like that, just to kind of finish it off, give it a outside clear coat or something like that, and pretty much call it good. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up for more finer woodworking videos, and hopefully this box turns out pretty good. I like the way it's coming along so far, and I will see you guys next Tuesday with a new project. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button.